And always be fatin, yani be intelligent. Look at these things. And we have some people nowadays, they come, they say, Madkhalis, Jamis, Wahhabis. There's no such a thing. These are the people of Sunnah and Jama'ah. When somebody comes and says, Madkhalis, Jamis, say, Na'am, Na'am. These are the Salafis. They follow the Salaf al-Salih. That's what they are. Give them whatever name you want to give them. Why do you call them Madkhalis and Jamis? Because they warn against shuyukh. They warn against du'at. They warn against people. Stay away from them. طيب, you are warning against them now. Allahu Akbar. Yani you are telling us that they have fallen into something that is wrong, which is warning against people. طيب, you yourself, you're warning against them now. He might come and say, yeah, but I am warning against them because they have fallen into mistakes. So طيب, they warned because the people have fallen into mistakes. So you cannot dismiss them as if they are a group. You need to listen and see, were they right or wrong? If they're wrong, advise. Don't put a label and then you drive people away from so many people. Wallahi ya ikhwa, big ulama, they're not driving people away from anybody. No, they're driving people away from some of the most prominent ulama of our time. Because if we were to look at who they call Jami and Madkhali, they would mean Sheikh Falah Mundakat, for example, and Sheikh Salih al-Sahimi, and the Sheikh Sulaiman al-Ruhaili, and the Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, and the Sheikh and so on. So many of the mashayikh they mean by this. Prominent figures, prominent ulama of this time. And when this was brought to the biggest alim of our time, some of the ulama and the mashayikh, they say he's the imam of the people of Sunnah and Jama'ah of this time, Al-Shaykh al-Allama Salih al-Fawzan. What did he say? He said those who say Jamis, meaning and Madkhalis as well, because both are the same. Yani when someone says Madkhali, it's the same as saying Jami, and the one who says Jami is the same as saying Madkhali. So the Shaykh said it's the same as the one who says Wahhabi. Subhanallah. And then he said, how lovely is this Jami. Shaykh Salih al-Fawzan saying, how lovely is this Jami. Why does he say such a thing? Because they are following the Sunnah, ya ikhwa. They are following the Quran and the Sunnah. And they are what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded and what the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam commanded. طيب, comes the last question. I don't want to derail the light, but comes the last question. Somebody says, yeah, but there is a group that actually went to extremes. طيب, don't say Jami and Madkhal. Say this, there's this group, they went into an extreme and they fell into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these are mistakes. Don't say Jamis and Madkhalis. When you say Jami and Madkhali, you have, now there's an X upon you. You have fell into something that is worthy of what? Of people looking at you negatively or saying, no, we're not going to listen to you. Because first of all, Jami, Al-Shaykh Al-Jami rahimahullah ta'ala, we have never heard anybody say something bad about him. Go to the big imam of this time, Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan, and look at the videos. Muhammad Aman al-Jami. What did he say about Muhammad Aman al-Jami? And look at the big ulama. And the same thing with Sheikh Rabi' ibn Hadi al-Madkhal. Listen to what Imam Ibn Abbas said or Al-Albani said. Or the big ulama and mashayikh, what they said, Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan. Listen to their conversation. Somebody comes and says what Imam Al-Albani said, that Sheikh so and so fell into mistakes. Fine, everybody falls into mistakes. Everyone falls into mistakes. Look at their conversation between one another. There is a recorded conversation between Imam Al-Albani and Sheikh Rabi' ibn Hadi al-Madkhal. Subhanallah. You understand? Barakallahu fikum. Don't fall into these shubuhat. This is the number one. And number two, now this has become a slogan for the people of bid'ah to call the people of Sunnah and Jama'ah Jami and Madkhali. So if there is understand this, it has become a slogan for them. Ibn Rajab and Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, they say if it becomes a slogan for the people of bid'ah, then don't fall into it. There will be wala and bara upon it. Who said this? Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn Rajab, and go back. And I remember I asked our Shaykh Daghash ibn Shabib al-Ajmi about this. I asked Shaykh Daghash ibn Shabib al-Ajmi. And therefore, ya ikhwa, you have in the aqidah of Sufyan al-Thawri, the Imam of the Kufa, at the time of Tab'u Tabi'een and so on, Imam of the people of Sunnah and Jama'ah, in his aqidah, he talks about wiping over the socks. How is this aqidah matter? How is this aqidah matter? Because it has become a slogan for some people. Therefore, now it is aqidah. So now in the Jami and Madkhal, it becomes a aqidah matter. Even thawrat, ya ikhwa, even revolutions and calling for khuruj and revolutions and so on, it becomes a aqidah matter. How? Because what? It has become a slogan for the people of bid'ah. This is what Shaykh Islam ibn Taymiyyah spoke about. This is what Ibn Rajab and others from the ulama spoke about. And I remember I had the quotations, and I went to Shaykh Daghash and I asked him about this. I said, Shaykh, so now it becomes a matter of aqidah. So now it becomes a matter of aqidah. And we can say that this is a mistaken aqidah, and we can say that. So the Shaykh, what? The Shaykh told me, correct, absolutely. Shaykh Daghash bin Shabib al-Ajmi. Aywa. So if there is a group of people that have went into extremes, don't say madkhali, jami, I don't know, what do they call them in English? Randkhali, pseudo Salafi, stuff like that. This is wrong. This is wrong. Don't give a bad name to Salafi, pseudo Salafi, extreme Salafi, super Salafi, as if you are dissing Salafi. La ya akhwa, Salafiyya is all goodness. Salafiyya is all khair. What is Salafiyya? The Quran and the Sunnah. Following the Quran and the Sunnah. This is the what Salafi means. But which understanding? There are many understandings. The understanding of the Sahaba, the Tabi'in and Tabi'ut Tabi'in. And the understanding of the Tabi'in and Tabi'ut Tabi'in is not different than the understanding of the Sahaba. So we say the understanding of the Sahaba. You say why? Because the Sahaba, Allah told us they will go to Jannah. Allah has commended and praised. Where? I think in Aqidah al-Wasitiyya we will go in depth regarding this. So wait until Aqidah al-Wasitiyya and remember what I said here. We will go in depth. And if you want to very quickly we say it, ayah number 100 from Surah At-Tawbah. Go and read it on your own. Ayah 100 from Surah At-Tawbah. وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ. أيوة. طيب. And their understanding is not different than the Messenger ﷺ, because the Messenger ﷺ is the one who raised them, and the Messenger ﷺ is the one who taught them, and they married the daughters of the Messenger, and the Messenger ﷺ married their daughters and families and sisters and so on. Subhanallah. طيب. So Salafiyya is all goodness. What is Salafi? Quran and the Sunnah with the understanding of the Salaf of this Ummah, the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us to follow in the Quran. Commanded us to follow in the Quran. We adhere to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us. This is the meaning of Salafi. So don't go and say super Salafi. Super Salafi meaning he's good. Wallahi, these people have fallen into the mistake of how the disbelievers named Muslims. They said extreme, fundamentalists. Allahu Akbar. If someone is fundamentalist, if someone is fundamentalist, it means that he sticks to the fundamentals of Islam. Such a bad name they give to criminals. No, say these are criminals. Somebody went and killed people, bombed, bombed people, killed innocent people. Say criminal. Don't say extremist. Extremist, what do you mean? Don't say fundamentalist. No. Going to extreme, even within Islam, does not lead you to killing people. This is criminal thinking. This is criminal. These are criminals. Has nothing to do with the teachings of Islam. And therefore, when you look at studies that depicted these people, studied these people, it was about what? They were politically motivated. They were not religiously, politically motivated. And there were studies that were done upon this, or about this. طيب. So these have fallen into the same thing. Super Salafi. Akhi, super Salafi, meaning he sticks to the Salaf a lot. Wallahi, this is somebody, where do we find this guy? We want to be like him. Subhanallah. Pseudo Salafi, don't give this bad. What is Salafi? Salafi, Quran, Sunnah, the understanding of the Salaf. Who are the Salaf? The Sahaba, the family of the Prophet. All of them, these are the Salaf. Who are the Salaf? Wallahi, this is an honor. As opposed to not following the Quran, as opposed to not following the Sunnah, as opposed to following the Quran and the Sunnah according to your whims and desires and not according to the Messenger ﷺ, the Sahaba and the... Subhanallah. Aywa, so don't fall into these mistakes. Don't fall into these mistakes. And from my experience, very minutely few people that said Madkhali and Jami and they were not upon bid'ah or so on. They did not know. They just said this and they meant a certain group that were so extreme that they themselves have fallen into bid'ah. La. Most of the cases, you have people that are against the Sunnah. A lot of the cases, there are people against the Sunnah and they are upon bid'ah. Therefore, they say Jami and Man. Therefore, we say, Ya ikhwa, take it from me. And I have learned this from so many of my mashayikh that it is wrong to say Jami and Madkhali. And the one who says Jami and Madkhali, now there is a huge question mark. We have to see, is this person upon bid'ah? Is this person now? I cannot take ilm from this person now. And someone who's knowledgeable would never say such a thing. And if someone who is Ammi, just take a look. Say, what does he mean? Does he mean people that are, and he went to so extreme that they themselves have fallen into mistakes and bid'ah and so on? So pay attention to this, ya akhwan. Pay attention to this. Barakallahu fikum. طيب.